Oh, America's so big. You ever drive through Oklahoma? It's so flat.
الدنيا صدق واسع ما
You got a
توقفش
convoy
مكانك
approaching
واسع.
fast. Step on it.
سهلها غير لما تاخدلك لاسع. الدنيا صدق واسع.
Engaging defensive measures.
Is that Bucky?
It's a Winter Soldier. That guy is so cool. That's what I talk about!
That's not good.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tony Rogers, and today I'm diving deep into my full spoiler review of Marvel's Thunderbolts, and let me just say it right away, I absolutely loved this movie. In fact, I honestly believe it's one of the best Marvel movies in recent years. Alright, let's jump straight into it, and remember, full spoilers ahead. First off, this isn't just an action-packed movie, it's emotional, it's funny, it's dark at times, and it really understands its characters. At the center of it all is Yelena Belova. She's not just another member of the team, she's the true leader. Florence Pugh absolutely owns every second she's on screen. She's vulnerable but tough, sarcastic but genuine. You can feel the weight on her shoulders, she's lost so much, but she still chooses to fight, to lead, to hope. Marvel made the right decision putting her at the center of this story. Then there's Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. Sebastian Stan brings so much depth here. Bucky's role isn't just muscle, he's the soul of the team. You can see that he's been through hell, but instead of closing himself off, he steps up to mentor the others. He tries to keep them together when everything starts falling apart. There are so many little moments where Bucky's pain and growth shine through. It's one of his best appearances since the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Agent John Walker is absolutely awesome in this movie. Wyatt Russell plays him perfectly. You can tell Walker is still haunted by his past mistakes, but he's desperate to prove he belongs, that he can be a true hero. He's impulsive, aggressive, but also oddly relatable. He's trying so hard not to mess it up this time. And watching him slowly earn the team's trust is one of the most satisfying arcs in the movie. Ghost is another major win. Finally, she gets the spotlight she deserves. Her phasing powers are used so creatively during the action scenes, but more than that, they actually explore her emotions. She's not just a weapon anymore. She's a person struggling with her identity, her place in the world, and that adds so much depth to her character. Red Guardian is pure gold. David Harbour delivers on every level. He brings so much humor, but also some really touching moments too. There's this one scene, no spoilers for that, but he talks about what it means to fight for family, and it actually hits harder than expected. He's the heart and the comic relief, and he's just so much fun to watch. But now, let's talk about Taskmaster. This is where the movie dropped the ball. Taskmaster dies way too early. There was so much story left to tell with her, especially after the events of Black Widow. Instead, she gets taken out in a way that feels quick and kind of cheap. It's disappointing because Taskmaster could have been an MVP for this team dynamic.
All the monumental fights that happened exactly here where you're standing.
I mean, the place wasn't cheap, but it's got good optics. Look at you. You are all so adorable.
Eat shit, Valentina.
Now, the puppet master behind everything, Valentina, played brilliantly by Julia Louis-Dreyfus. She's the manipulative schemer we all love to hate. From the very start, Valentina doesn't see these people as a team, she sees them as weapons. Broken, controllable weapons. Her whole plan: pit them against each other, feed them lies, betrayals, half-truths, and let their own mistrust tear them apart. Valentina's endgame was simple: make sure none of them survive long enough to become a real threat to her plans. But here's the beautiful part: she fails. Instead of collapsing, the Thunderbolts bond. They trust each other. They grow beyond their trauma and manipulation. They become a real team, not because they were ordered to, but because they chose to. Watching Valentina's smug plan fall apart is one of the most satisfying arcs in the whole movie. And now, let's talk about the Sentry. Ladies and gentlemen, Marvel just unleashed a beast. When Sentry first shows up, it's breathtaking. Visually, he's incredible, glowing, regal, almost godlike. But immediately, you can feel the unease, the tension. There's something not right about him, something simmering just beneath the surface. Of course, people are going to compare Sentry to Superman. And on paper, sure, they're both flying powerhouses, near unstoppable forces of nature. But here's the difference. Superman represents hope. He's stable. He's the guy who's always under control, even with unimaginable power. Sentry represents instability. He's the nightmare version of being so powerful that if his mind snaps, the world could end in a blink. He's battling himself every second he exists. Is he a hero or a ticking time bomb? And that tension makes him one of the most fascinating characters Marvel has ever put on screen. And this is just the beginning. Marvel made it very clear this Sentry is going to be a major piece of the MCU moving forward. They're planting seeds already for the future. And it's confirmed, Sentry and the entire new Avengers team will return next year in the Avengers Doomsday, a movie that's shaping up to be absolutely mind-blowing. Mark my words, Sentry's dark side is coming, and when it does, it's going to change everything. Now, let's talk comparisons real quick. Thunderbolts versus the Suicide Squad. The Suicide Squad by James Gunn was fun. It was bloody, crazy, and stylish. But Thunderbolts has something Suicide Squad didn't: heart, real emotional stakes. Characters you genuinely care about, not just for their deaths or shock moments, but because you see their growth. Thunderbolts doesn't need shock value. It earns its emotions. It earns its humor. It earns its team dynamic. And by the end, they aren't just Thunderbolts anymore. They become something bigger. They become the new Avengers. That moment lands hard because you've seen how far they've come.
And you, former Red Room assassin, God only knows the blood on your hands.
Pretty ludicrous coming from the dime store Captain America.
I'll have you know I was actually the official Captain America, so.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
It's getting so tense in here.
Who are you?
The Thunderbolts!
Can't call ourselves that.
Thank God.
The Thunderbolts. It's a cool name.
Let's talk predictions now. Box office? I'm seeing $600 to $650 million worldwide if momentum holds strong. If the Fantastic Four tease really catches on, this could even creep towards $700 million. Rotten Tomatoes, critics, I predict around 78%. It's too well made to score low, but it's dark enough that some critics might nitpick it. Audience score? A solid 90% or higher, because this movie is made for the fans. Now, the credit scenes, and they're both fantastic. The mid-credit is a gag. Red Guardian, in full costume, giving this absurd fake press conference, bragging that he was the one who saved the world and united the Avengers. It's hilarious, pure David Harbour energy, and a nice breather after the heavy emotional climax. But then the post-credit scene? This is the one that blew me away. The entire new Avengers team is chilling inside their new Avengers tower. They're laughing, joking about how Sam Wilson, Captain America, apparently trademarked the Avengers name, meaning technically, they can't even call themselves Avengers without his permission. It's funny, it's real, and it humanizes the team in such a great way. And then, the atmosphere cracks open. Something huge enters Earth's orbit. The team rushes outside, and there it is. The Fantastic Four, flying car cutting through the clouds, glowing, shining, with the giant Four logo. The Fantastic Four have arrived in the MCU. And this isn't a 5-second tease. It's a real, meaningful scene. It's setting up their arrival in a huge way. I can't overstate it, this scene changes everything. It connects Thunderbolts, the new Avengers, the Fantastic Four, and sets the entire next phase of Marvel into motion.
Make up your mind.
The assignment is... Oh wait, hang on. Assignment is complete.
What kind of super serum did you get?
I don't know, regular. Hydro.
Hydra. Oh, fancy.
Who is this old Santa?
The Red Guardian.
What?
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow tracheals.
And you, former Red Room assassin. God only knows the blood on your hands.
Pretty ludicrous coming from the dime store Captain America.
I'll have you know I was actually the official Captain America, so.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
It's getting so tense in here.
Who are you?
I'm Bob.
My final score for Thunderbolts, a solid, well-earned 8 out of 10. An emotional, action-packed, character-driven story that sets the MCU up for a wild future. If you loved Marvel Phase 3, if you love character-driven superhero stories, this movie is 100% for you. That's it for today's review. If you enjoyed this deep dive, smash that like button, hit subscribe for more Marvel content, and drop your favorite Thunderbolts moment in the comments.